Hey guys, welcome back to our PAX East coverage. We're here checking out Splinter Cell, Blacklist. Favorite of mine, a series, going 10 years now. We're with Patrick, our friend. We talked last time about Conviction years ago, and we're back once again, like lovers coming back from a lost life. That makes no sense, but let's talk about...
Super awkward.
So I hear there's been a lot of changes, actually, from the last game, Conviction. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on in Blacklist?
You know, I think what's interesting is that for us, this is a great jumping on opportunity for players who either would like to come back to Splinter Cell or maybe haven't given it a chance yet or only know us from Conviction and want to see what the full range of gameplay experiences are like when you give Sam Fisher access to all the cool gadgets, his op suit, the goggles, all of that stuff right from the very beginning, and then you put him in a position where he has, you know, threats that he needs to deal with where sometimes the subtle approach is actually the smart way to do it.
Yeah, I noticed it's very much, it looks like it's taking a step in the modern direction, but at the same time it does still feels very much like Splinter Cell, which I really appreciate and I like, especially, yes, thank you for showing a level that was at night. Yeah. That was really cool. But yeah, I noticed there were some returns to the original series, like you can, you know, use your knife to cut tears in like fabric and stuff. It definitely feels more like a spy thriller, which I like. A lot less of the action-y kind of like political drama that I think Conviction was going for.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, I think the stealth approach is at the core of it, and I think we know that, and I think that there's there's different flavors of stealth, and we certainly are supporting the more aggressive style of stealth, the more kind of predatory strike from the shadows approach, if that's the way the players want to do it. But at the same time, if you want to ghost the map, hell, if you want to ghost the whole game, you can do that. Yeah. And I think for us, having support for action and for combat was just a way of saying to the player that if you get in trouble, like if you completely screw the pooch and you need to get out and you need to survive that and disappear, you have tools for doing that. There will always be the players that are going to go, nope, and they're going to say, retry checkpoint, I want to get through this perfectly. But I think there's also the players that want to kind of be able to roll with the punches and respond dynamically to what the game serves up.
Well, when Conviction came out, there was a bunch of new features where it's kind of like the look in this direction, press A, I will go there, and the execute mode.
Yeah, mark and execute.
Mark and execute. And you were talking a little earlier, there's a mode where you just take all of that out and it plays a bit more like a classic Splinter Cell, right?
Yeah, I mean, what we're offering in addition to our 3 basic difficulty settings, which is like rookie and normal, is we're offering perfectionist mode, which strips away anything which could be described as a helper in the game. Basically eliminates things like, mark and execute or the, the ability to see through walls using your goggles, and really turns you loose against an enemy that is incredibly deadly if they detect you and can get a bullet on you. So it's amazing to watch the dynamic of the game completely change, even when you take players who have been playing in sort of the normal difficulty modes and then have them go back and replay sections in this setting. They suddenly slow down and it's starting to look very familiar, right?
Yeah, right. Having Splinter Cell be a franchise for, I believe it's been 10 plus years now, working at Ubisoft, how do you guys feel? What is your proudest moment of the franchise for you guys? What do you look at Splinter Cell and say, hey, that's cool?
I think for us, and maybe this is the easy answer, and obviously I'm biased because of the time I've invested in Blacklist, but I think for us it's been the fact that with this game, we have brought together all of these pieces that people have loved from many, many different installments of the franchise. The fact that we're bringing Spies vs. Mercs back as adversarial. The fact that co-op is still back and still with us with new wrinkles and new augmentations, but it's still the co-op people know and love. The fact that our single-player campaign is bigger than ever before and sending the player to a broader range of locations, and that we're giving tons of player choice to the player, and then through the addition of an economy system, a lot of really direct granular control over those choices in terms of how they customize their play experience.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a trip through 2 different console generations, but it seems like a nice way to go out with Blacklist. I'm very excited to play it. When can we actually play the game? It's coming out this year, correct?
That's right. It'll be out August 20th on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC.
Very cool. Thanks so much, Patrick. Appreciate it.
Very good.
What is up, guys? Don't answer that. Jimothy's here.
Starting off at 10 is my gamer tag bro.
It's more Black Ops 2. This is slow scoping.
This is called